name is Paige. I'm 26 years old. I'm at the park today because Olivia, my European friend, called me to come. I'm here, did you wait? Olivia, what are you doing? Paige, let's bury our time capsule! Huh? Time capsule? Yes! The owner of this park is my friend, so I asked for permission already. While I was cleaning your whole house to meet the new year with a clean house, I found a couple of things that reminded me of you, so I decided to bury a time capsule. Is that so? Is that the time capsule you're talking about? Wow, this is so nostalgic! This uniform is what we wore at the part-time job where we first met. I remember the first time we met during college. This brings back so many memories. And, what is this one? That is the receipt I picked up from the ground on the day we first met at our part-time job. Receipt? What did you want to do with this receipt that you picked up from the ground? Pick up the trash when you see one. I learned this from my European teacher. You won't be able to pick up chances in life if you don't pick up trash. I was able to pick up the chance of meeting you, Paige. Thanks for coming to pick up this receipt on the ground. Come to think of it, Olivia, you learned English from your European teacher, right? Yes, and I also watched tons of Hollywood movies. I will expose the real culprit in the name of Mitch. Huh? Mitch? Who is Mitch? Didn't you see the family tree? Oh, I guess you mean like family crest. Olivia still says a series of funny English words to this day. Thanks to that, she always brightens my day whenever she's around. I have such a wonderful friend, but I was unfortunate to have one very troublesome person in my life. The person I'm talking about is my younger sister Lucy. She's 2 years younger than me. I wasn't the only one getting troubled by Lucy. My parents don't know what to do about her too. When we were both little, Luna was an ordinary girl with nothing much to worry about. However, as she grew older, the people around her started telling her, "You're so beautiful, you're so pretty." Well, I'm not denying her pretty face, but I think that's probably what distorted her personality. Both our father and mother are good people with firm personalities, so it's shocking that she turned out like this. All I could think of was that she mutated somewhere when no one was watching. The following happened when I was in high school too. Hey Lucy, you've been following my boyfriend around, haven't you? My boyfriend told me what you've been doing. He told me that you've been following him and you're also sending him messages to him on social media. He feels very annoyed, so please stop doing that. Huh, what a bother. I was just curious as to what kind of person your boyfriend is, so I just tried to have a bit of a nibble and test him out. What? I can't believe this. Just like that, Lucy has become the kind of person who is not afraid to go off the rails by testing other people's boyfriends. She has victimized not only me, but other women. It seems like a lot of women in our class were victimized by her. Because of that, I apologized on her behalf every time. However, she didn't really steal their boyfriends or anything, so I thought my boyfriend was safe with her. That's what the people around me thought too. That's right, she flirts with other girls' boyfriends, but she's never stolen yet. I don't know if it's just her personality is that bad or if it's just that she's dumb. Well, it's actually both, but it seems like Lucy has never succeeded at stealing someone's boyfriend. However, there's no way I'm going to leave her unregulated. That's what I thought, and I thought of ways to stop her from flirting with other women's boyfriends. Then one day I asked Lucy why she keeps on flirting with the guys who have girlfriends. To which she replied, "Because don't you think too that's the fastest way? To prove that I am better than the lowly girls is to steal their boyfriends from them?" You're the worst! I bet she's enjoying the thrill and excitement of can she do this because we're confident in her beauty. I wasn't able to find a way to stop the reckless behavior of a girl whose screws in the head got loose. After I graduated from high school, I studied at a university in New York. Since I'm away from home, I started living alone. I then met Ethan, who is 2 years my senior. We hit it off right away and he became my boyfriend. We also talked about getting married after I graduate from university and get a job. Ethan told me that all the women he dated were all strange and weird people. He said that his first ever girlfriend had plenty of other men, so the moment he learned about it, they broke up immediately. His next girlfriend was a thief. He found out that his next girlfriend kept on stealing money from his wallet. They had a huge fight and they ended up breaking up. As for his last girlfriend before he started dating me, she was an alcoholic and she caused an incident at the bar. She ended up getting arrested by the police and then he broke up with her. After that, Ethan told me,
I am extremely unlucky when it comes to love.
I guess the reason why he chose me to be his girlfriend after dating all those weirdos is because I am a very ordinary woman. As ordinary as the word ordinary can be. 3 years into our relationship, Ethan proposed to me while we were on a date. Ethan was already working full-time, but I was still at university at that time. I hadn't really thought in detail about marriage yet. However, I was in love with Ethan from the bottom of my heart, and we've been together for 3 years, and we don't have any major issues. I thought that there was no one else in this world who gets me like he does, and who I am makes me feel safe and loved like he does. We were living together too, by the way. After a lot of careful thinking, I decided to say yes to his proposal. I then brought Ethan home to introduce to my parents as my fiancé. Lucy, who had the habit of flirting with other people's men, was also there that day sitting with us. But Lucy has never succeeded in stealing anyone's boyfriend. So I wasn't worried about her stealing Ethan from me. I even felt a bit of pity that I was getting married ahead of her. However, after a month after Ethan came to our house...
I'm home!
Ah, Ethan, you're home! You've been coming home late lately. It seems like you're working very hard lately, because the wedding will cost a lot of money. But don't forget to take good care of your health too, okay? Health is wealth after all.
Paige, I need to talk to you about something.
Huh? Talk about something? What do you mean?
Let's break up.
Huh? Did I hear you right? What? I was caught off guard because he hurled those words at me out of the blue. I was frozen there for a moment, not able to comprehend the situation.
Actually, the reason why I've been coming home late lately is not because of work. The truth is, I've been seeing your sister, Lucy.
What? Lucy? What a second. This turn of events? Could it be? I was able to imagine the next words that would come out of Ethan's lips. Then Ethan said exactly the words I thought he would say.
Actually, Lucy and I are having an affair.
According to Ethan, the day after he came to our house, Lucy searched for Ethan on social media. She sent him a message saying, "Would you like to go out for a drink? Don't tell my older sister about this." When he asked why he was not allowed to tell me, she replied, "Because I want to surprise her on her wedding day." Of course, that was just a lie, but to my disbelief, the two of them ended up in the same bed that night.
Lucy kept on giving me more and more alcohol to drink, and so I got drunk because I had won too many drinks. Then when I told her to pretend this never happened, she told me that if I continue seeing her, she'll pretend it never happened.
What?
Lucy might look a bit spoiled and selfish, but I think that part of her is cute. I guess that means that I'm so in love with her, right?
Ethan was grinning probably because he was thinking about Lucy. All the blood drained out of my face and I went pale. I felt very irritated and enraged by both of them. The love I had for him was gone, forever. He told me that he is extremely unlucky when it comes to love, but isn't that just because his eyes are rotten? Hasn't he thought at all that he was the reason why he was extremely unlucky when it comes to love? He's too dumb. He's too short-sighted. I'm glad I found this out before we got married. I had nothing else to say to him, so I just said, "All right, I understand. Goodbye." I then packed up all my things and went back to my parents' house. When I arrived home, I immediately told my parents everything that happened. I asked them to kick Lucy out of the house too. I, of course, cut ties with Lucy. Our parents did the same too. However, as for Lucy, she probably felt high because she was finally able to succeed in stealing someone's boyfriend. Lucy didn't care about cutting ties with her family. She looked at me and said, "How does it feel getting your boyfriend stolen by me?" I'm such a very attractive woman, so troublesome. Now that you're not living with Ethan anymore, I should probably go live there from now on. Okay now, toodles. I will live a very happy life with him. Not long after that, I graduated from university and got a job. However, even though I'm not in love with Ethan anymore, I was extremely shocked that my younger sister and my boyfriend at the time had betrayed me. I became haggard and worn out, but my parents and Olivia took care of me. I am truly thankful to all three of them. Then, after a few months had passed, an invitation to Lucy and Ethan's wedding arrived at our house. Of course, we didn't care to answer the invitation, and I even tore the invitation to pieces and threw it in the trash. However, one Sunday afternoon, I received a call from an unknown caller. My heart was pounding, but I answered the call. Then I heard a familiar voice. Hello? Ah, big sister. Oh, it's Lucy. While I sat there frozen because of the unexpected call, Lucy continued to bombard me with information. Big sis, you blocked my number, but I bought a new phone and changed my phone number. You know, today's my wedding day, and I'm getting married to Ethan, right? I sent an invitation to you, you know. Why aren't you here when I invited you to come? At least show up to the after party. Ethan said that he wants to thank you because you brought him to me, his soulmate, the love of his life. What in the world are they thinking? Have they given nuts? Is she seriously asking me why I'm not attending her wedding ceremony? Does she really think that our parents and I will accept her invitation? Why would she even think that in the first place? Ethan wants to thank me? Ethan is also a piece of junk. He's probably feeling high because he's getting married, or maybe he thinks that I'm not angry anymore for what he's done, just because time has passed? Is that why he's inviting me to the after party? This is the worst. Could this get any worse? As for Lucy, she probably wants to shove in my face. However, she's very happy with the man she stole away from me. She's gotta be kidding me. Now they've got my blood boiling. I will be relentless. I will show those morons what I'm capable of doing by showing them how happy I really am in my daily life. Deep inside my heart, I was thirsty for revenge. Lucy then continued to talk in a shrill and annoying voice. I sent you the number and address for the after party, so I'll expect to see you there, okay? Ethan, touching me too much. I L-O-V-E you too. Kiss. Alright, understood. I got the details of the after party. Well, then I'll take my husband with me too, okay? Huh? Your husband? I'm so excited already. My husband and I had plans on eating out tonight. I guess the timing is just right. We'll be there tonight. Huh? Wait, just a second. You have a husband? I didn't know you were married. That is when I hung up the phone. I then went that night together with my husband to Lucy and Ethan's wedding after party. What? Hey! The moment my husband and I walked into the room, Lucy immediately saw my husband and became speechless. Let me introduce my husband to you. This is Lucas, my beloved husband. What? So handsome. A foreigner? Yes, that's right. My husband Lucas is a European. My friend Olivia introduced him to me. He is dark and tall and handsome. All the women in the room couldn't get their eyes off Lucas. My husband works for a major company. I am truly happy right now.
A man of high caliber. Oh! Are you Paige's younger sister? I've heard a lot about you. I've been wanting to meet you. However, your perfume is too strong. Where's the window? I can't find the window! The strong smell of perfume is so strong that I might lose my nose. It's too pungent. I feel like removing my nose and washing it immediately with clean soap and water.
Hey!
As for the groom over there, wow! You're Paige's ex-boyfriend who got stolen by Lucy, right? You look very dumb. Why did you choose to marry that smelly woman? Ooh la la! Your brain must have a hole, because it looks like you're spilling bits of your brain while walking. Hey, stop making fun of me! Enough!
Lucas is a sharp tongue as always. I love that about him too. Also, many people laughed at what Lucas said, so I'm sure that some didn't really want to join the after party, but they felt forced to do so. Well, Lucy has always had a bad attitude since we were in school, so I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hey, how could you ruin my wedding after party? But you're the one who invited us to come, remember? I just came here because you told me to come. Get out of here now! I won't forgive you for this. I will definitely ruin your marriage just like how you ruined my party. Lucy's face became red and she stomped her feet. Seeing that, Lucas and I looked at each other and laughed. The next day, the intercom at my place rang, so I checked the screen to see who it was. What I saw was a shocking sight. It was Lucy standing there in ragged clothing. Big sister, forgive me. I lived with my Ethan and my parents-in-law at their house, but they kicked me out of the house and I don't have any place to stay. Actually, this girl, after the wedding after party, she really tried to ruin my happy life with Lucas. She followed Lucas around and even sent messages to Lucas again and again. Lucas blocked her, but she kept on creating new accounts, so we reported her to the police. Lucy received warnings from the police again and again, but she never stopped inconveniencing us, so she was nearly arrested because of that. The whole neighborhood learned about that. My parents-in-law told me they don't want a daughter-in-law who nearly got arrested by the police, so Ethan and I got divorced. Mom and Dad told me they don't have any plans to help me because they already cut ties with me, so they won't allow me to go home. That's why I'm sleeping in the park right now. It's freezing cold and I'm starving. I beg you, I'll apologize for everything I did, so please. Actually, Lucas and I were the ones who reported her to the police. I guess she really needs dire help because she came to beg for our help. I'm sure someone like her won't be able to join the workforce, so I didn't respond to her, but instead I reported her again to the police. I could hear her from the other side of the door screaming, "No! I don't want this! Let go of me, big sister!" But in less than a second it became quiet like nothing happened. After that, Lucy was finally arrested and she was slammed into a prison cell. Lucy continued to show insane behavior even inside the prison, so she's currently living a life of being scolded every day. One day I became curious as to how she was doing, so I visited her in the prison. Her sight shocked me. She looked like an old woman, with wrinkles on her skin and gray hair. The only good part of Lucy was her looks, but now she doesn't even have that anymore. I only looked at her for a second, laughed at her, then went home. Haha. As for Ethan, I heard from his friend that after he and Lucy got divorced, he was heartbroken, but he met someone. That woman became his girlfriend, but that woman apparently had a debt of close to $100,000 and he ended up becoming a co-signer of that debt. I heard that he's currently living a life of burden because of that debt. Serves him right. As for my life, I'm currently living a happy life with my husband Lucas, supporting him as a housewife. And exciting news, I'm currently pregnant. We are very excited to meet the baby inside my belly. And oh, by the way, Olivia came to our house the other day and... Paige, hello! How are you doing? How's the baby in your belly? Hello, Olivia. I'm doing great. Children grow up watching their parents' backs. What are you doing? Showing your pressure points. Huh? Olivia, what are you talking about? It's one of my favorite lines that my blonde teacher taught me. Paige, you won't show your pressure points, but that's how I know for certain that you will become a good mother. You haven't changed at all, Olivia. I like how you say things I don't understand sometimes, but thank you, Olivia. After I give birth to my firstborn, I will hug you too, okay? Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!